Well, happy Sunday, everybody. I'm in the shop today working on some knives. The wind is blowing a gale, as we call it. No fishing today. I maybe could have got up the river somewhere and got out of it, but it's just it's too much. And we got rain coming tomorrow, starting tonight and tomorrow for the next 3 days. The rivers are already at flood stage. Well, the Escambia River is. Yellow River is. Blackwater is pretty much blown out. The bay looks like chocolate milk. And it just is not good conditions, once again. As soon as it is conditions to fish, we will fish. Now, let me show you these right quick. I started on them yesterday. This is a Mean Gene straight handle fillet knife, 7-inch fillet, a Magnum fillet, and a 11-inch fillet. Now, these are, I got them cut and ground almost to size. They got some more grinding to do. But once I get past this step, now this is all reclaimed steel, mill saw blades, bandsaw blades, and this is actually from a crosscut saw blade, which I'll show you when they're all done. I'll show you what steel each one of them came from, because they're all different. But the thing about using reclaimed steel, you can cut it, you can grind it, you can shape it, but I've got to drill the pinholes next. You can't drill this unless you buy carbide tip drill bits, and they only work for 1 or 2, and they are very, very, very expensive. So what I've got to do is I'm going to put them in the forge and anneal it. Annealing is just softening this metal to where I can work it a little bit. Now notice, this one has a big bow, this one has a big bow, this one has a slight bow. When I anneal it, that will take most of that out. Alright, when I heat treat it, that will take the rest of it out, because I'll put it in the straightening jig. And we'll go through the whole process for the most part with all of them. But just wanted to show y'all. Got these, and I'm headed to the forge as soon as I get out there and get it fired up. If it'll run, I don't know if the forge will run or not because it's windy outside, but we'll see. And I'll show you how that little process goes. Now, I know I've shown it before, but a lot of new folks might not have seen it. And if this is your knife, you'll get to see part of that too. Alright, the wind has not blown the forge out yet, so maybe we can get through this. Now what I did, I've got some little clamps that I use for this. I got all the blades clamped together. That'll keep them flat at the handle end. Once that gets glowing bright red, I'll turn the forge off and pick these up with the tongs and put them back in there and close the forge up and let it sit and cool all the way down. That'll take probably 2, maybe 3 hours. So this will be all I'm going to do today. And I'll come back out in the morning and take them out and then do the hole drilling and all that kind of stuff. Once I get the holes drilled, then I can clean them up, do the blade etching, final shape, primary grind, all that neat stuff. You can see that's starting to get hot already. Last clip I'll show you when they all get good red and hot like I want them, and then we'll close it up for today. Alright, that's where I want to be, right there, that color. Now, some knife makers, most will use something like 1095 or 1085, 1094, something like that you order, which is good stuff, absolutely great. And when you get that, I use it sometimes too, but it's it's already softened. You don't have to go through all this process here. So what I'm going to do is set it back in there like that. I just want the ends annealed. I'm not concerned about the blades at this point. Okay, we'll turn the forwards off. We'll try to do this one-handed. A couple of guys I know are real good at the one-handed thing, but now all I'm gonna do is take some of these old fire bricks here and just sort of close it up a little bit where it'll hold the heat in a little bit longer. That's why I keep all this scrap junk laying around. And like I said, that'll be at least 2 hours before it cools down good. Maybe 3 hours. To be safe, that's why I'm not gonna mess with it till tomorrow. Just let it sit right there and it'll be just fine. And when pieces fall out, just pick them, put them back in there. Alright, that should be good. Right there. Alright, tomorrow I'll show you some more. I'm going to go ahead and post this up today. Once again, I apologize for my fishing fans for not having no fishing videos. But we'll get there. We'll get there. My buddy Scott Leaf will be back in the next few days. I have a brand new water pump kit, impeller kit. I've got one carburetor kit. The other one will be in tomorrow. And he's going to rebuild the carburetors for me. Remember, because we had that gas leak. And this is all for the Big 50. And we're going to try to get it up and running. And if we get it up and running where it'll idle and do good, we're just going to go ahead and put it on the boat. And maybe take another week or so and get the console back in, get the steering wheel in, like it's supposed to be in the beginning. But that'll be this week's project. My goal is to get the boat 100% before I go out again, because I enjoy fixing things, I enjoy working on things, but sometimes you get tired of working on stuff. You want it done so you can use it. And that's what our goal is for this week. Let's see, another goal this week. I've been doing a lot of thinking, watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of stuff from a lot of fishermen that I have friended on the Facebook thing here lately. Great fishermen, good guys. Come on, guys, some of y'all, just be nice. Let's all be nice to each other. Let's not cuss each other. Let's be a good example for the young folks that are watching us, whether we know it or not. And one day this week I'll show you an example of a young fella that's been watching me that I had no idea. And he's only 7 years old. And I'll show you what he did. A picture he drew concerning me. It's really sweet, but remember, young folks are watching. Be civil, be nice. If the only way you can communicate is by cursing at somebody, just go sit on the couch or something. You know what I mean? I'm not a saint by no means. Anybody knows me knows that. But just think. We're old guys. We're supposed to think. I'm not far from 60 years old. Really, really close. So think back when you were a kid. Who'd you look up to? The old guys, right? Just think about that. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you all my sponsors, which are you and you and you and you And you sitting over there in the corner in the garage, you know who you are. But, I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate all my new sponsors, all my friends, my family, everything y'all have done for me and done for my channel in the last few months. And we're going to make it better. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Go Army. Hoo-ah.